wanted militants and engaging important information about that network of tunnels that operates here in the Rafah refugee camp. But the price of that gain has been pretty high, both in human terms, more than 40 Palestinians killed, and with all the international criticism, including the censure of the European Security Council, in terms of Israel's reputation on the international stage.
Happy chance in Gaza, although violence in the Palestinian territories will be high on the agenda when Arab leaders meet this weekend. Preliminary meetings have begun in Tunisia as the Arab League takes a second attempt to convene its annual summit. Security is tight in the Tunisian capital, but the question is who will show up. The Lebanese and Mauritanian presidents were among the first to arrive in Tunis. Several other heads of state have cancelled and others are unconfirmed. Tunisia called off March's summit at the last minute. Also topping the agenda, the deteriorating situation in Iraq and political and human rights reforms among the 22 Arab League members. Well, for more on the upcoming summit, I'm joined from Washington by Samer Shahata of Georgetown's University Center for Contemporary Arab Studies. A lot of planning has gone into the detail of this summit. Will it be a success this time?
Well, it depends on what your measure of success is. It's very unlikely that real concrete measures or steps will be forthcoming as a result of the summit. But the very fact that they're meeting is, in one sense, a success after the row in March that led to the cancellation of the summit. And they're dealing with very serious issues. But I think for many Arabs, of course, nothing that the Arab League can do will be seen as enough. Well, certainly, this is the position for Arab citizens, that they do not like the policies, many would say the imperialist policies of the United States in the region. At the same time, they don't have confidence in their own governments to bring about genuine political reforms that will increase political participation, increase and improve the position of women in their societies, and modernize. So the Arab citizen really is between these forces, between the Arab states that are promising political reforms and events like the Arab Summit in Tunis that will be held tomorrow or the next day, and the policies and discourse of governments like the United States and Great Britain.
Now, of course, the United States says very much publicly that it wants to see democracy and reform in Arab countries, but there are those who question just how much pressure Washington is really ready to apply, and how does that compare with Arab governments themselves, individual governments who really might not want reform as much as other Arab governments?
Well, sure, that's the main point. That was the reason that the Arab Summit in Tunis in March fell apart and didn't take place, because some countries, like Saudi Arabia, for example, are much less interested in pushing, and Syria also, pushing for political reform than in other countries. And also, it has to be said that the Arab states are not the same, that political freedom, political contestation, freedom of the press, the position of women are much better, not perfect by any means, but much better in a place like Egypt, for example, than in Saudi Arabia or Tunisia. So certainly, these are some of the things that led to the collapse of the first summit, and these are the issues that are going to be discussed in Tunis. But again, that is the dilemma for the Arab citizen, that although they do not like the
question. Sorry, one final question, because we're about to run out of time. I wanted to ask you very quickly, do you think that we in the West generally make the mistake of seeing the Arab League as just a block of countries rather than individual?
We have to remember, there are 22 Arab nation states, and oftentimes they're looking for their own individual interests and not the interests of the Arab people as a whole.
All right, there we must leave it. Thank you very much indeed, Samer Shahata of Georgetown University, for joining us.
You're welcome.
And coming up on Business International, a wedding fit for a prince, but overshadowing the pomp and ceremony, reminders of the Madrid train bombings just over 2 months ago. So, tempered celebrations when we return.
Just like our new 3G data card and BlackBerry from Vodafone, we're helping business keep on the up. Vodafone. How are you?